Well, but what if I told you that what I eat could actually be affecting my chakras?
That makes sense.
Does
Because it
it?
affects every other part of us,
Well,
so it makes sense that it affects the chakras.
It turns out that food isn't just fuel, it's actually medicine. It's not just about nutrition, it's about energy, it's about vibration, and it's actually about whether food can actually influence our spiritual awakenings and our consciousness expansions.
The only way you could go wrong if you're not eating the rich, delicious foods that are from Mother Nature, right?
Yes.
If you're focusing on the inner aisles, that's when things go a little bit amiss from
Okay.
our
Yes.
true consciousness. Sometimes it's the comfort food, the safe foods, the foods that go right back to a pattern that makes us feel like that's our normal, when really sometimes the old normal is not the new normal, and our body will start to give us hints. Oh yes, that's really great. 'Cause, that is my passion. That's one of the main things, actually. I have a whole little 7-book series coming out later this year
Ooh.
about that. Feed your chakras, because that is really what many people, especially in the enlightened worlds, the spiritual people just waking up, wherever you are in your path. Well, funny enough, bok choy, although you think, okay, that's green, but bok choy is our truth card. So that would be our throat. People are making food as medicine a reality for everybody. And also, when you're feeling like you just need to, like, okay, I've too much in my head, I need to really just ground myself in, root vegetables, that would be great. That's why foods look like the organs. That's why the walnuts look like the brain, and carrots and blueberries look like the eyes. Celeries look like the bones. Mushrooms look like the ears. I have an entire presentation that I share with people that, hello, Mother Nature's like, it's right here.
But can eating the right foods help us awaken spiritually?
Yes, they can. If you look at it in that simplistic, what foods raise your vibration? The foods that bring you joy, the foods that bring your body happiness. And so spiritually, we want to look at foods that have a higher vibration. Foods that have, let's say, mango, chocolate,
I like.
cacao. So the artichoke is this beautiful lotus-like food, and it has many, many leaves with sharp thorns on it. And it's at the bottom of it, it's all protecting the
The heart.
Heart.
I know this is gonna make me sluggish. And you're saying that because I know you're jokingly saying that, but at the same time you love a cheeseburger. And I'm really advocating that people should intuitively trust whatever it is they eat. Yeah. But just really know that your body's a tape recorder. It knows what's up, and you can start to see. And then in other ways, if you want to get out of a slump, you want to feel better, or you need more patience, or you need to accept something that happened at work today, whatever it is, you can actually eat those foods with that same intention if you know.
Because I love when I make a meal and you and Sienna are like, oh my God, this is so good. That makes me so happy. And
Yeah.
Christmas, I love making Christmas dinner.
In here, we keep things very, loving, very forgiving, very high vibrational. Music's playing, chanting, and there's just a whole atmosphere around, like singing to the plants, talking to the food. And it literally makes a difference. And that's why a lot of people who are very empathic or sensitives aren't going out to restaurants as much, because they'd rather know the vibrational um, uh, energy around who's preparing the food, because it can make a big difference.
Do you know, are there any foods that could perhaps help someone develop psychic abilities or astral project?
Hmm. Literally opens your pineal gland for intuition. I'm like, there's my card. I mean, it
Wow.
was amazing. My mother, my late mother, she just recently passed. When I was a child, she used the craziest thing. I've said this before in interviews, but her rationale for everything when it came to ingredients, and I'm getting at keep things simple, but hers would say, more than three, leave it be. If there's more than three on the label, it's not going on the table. But I'm really encouraging people to just keep things simple. Like start off with like your favorite fruits, and vegetables and herbs and nuts and spices and keep things really like, is this in my highest and best? Like really simple stuff.
Mm.